and I'm here with Laszlo and Sky.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yay. Super happy to be back again. If you saw my curse crackers run about like half an hour ago. But yeah, this is a bit longer. This is totally different, like completely different game. So I'm just going to get started here. We're gonna see 4 areas of this game. And not the 5th area because it's very long and it's not part of any percent. But time is going to start when I get control of my character. So, is everyone ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do my best to do a countdown, but you know, disk loading times. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good countdown.
I try.
All right, welcome to Rez. Rez is an on-rails rhythm shooter developed for the PlayStation 2 and Dreamcast. It was released in Japan in 2001 and North America in 2002. Sky, you want to give us a little introduction on how this game works?
Yeah. So, as Laszlo said, it's on-rails rhythm shooter. That means the character moves without input. Move the reticle around and target enemies and shoot them down. You hold down a button to lock onto enemies. You can lock on up to 8 enemies at once. When you release the button, your shots go off according to where you're on the game. So sometimes you miss a beat, then your shot will go off a little later than you want it to. If you perfectly time it, then great. Yeah. On-rails rhythm shooter.
On-rails rhythm shooter. So there's more accessible than being able to follow a beat or anything like that. So that's why this has a little bit more of an unique play style than you'd see out of rhythm games. So it's not so much about whether you're able to stay on beat, it's just that everything's going to naturally sync up with each other to create this synesthetic experience as the vibrations of your shots are giving you feedback on your controller and things like that. So we can talk about what is actually happening here. Where are we? So this is basically set in the near future in like a massively overpopulated Earth. It's basically on the verge of meltdown. Eden was basically an artificial intelligence that's supposed to kind of oversee the society, and essentially she has this like existential crisis and shuts down. So we are a hacker that is trying to get back to Eden to reawaken her and basically destroy all the viruses and everything that are in our path.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of network security, and this is, you know, just like real life. This is exactly what hacking looks like.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
If you've
right.
ever hacked anything, then you know.
Yeah, I've been here.
I watched Reboot.
Speaking of which, actually, the name of this game, Rez, comes from a very popular franchise, Tron. So in Tron, as you get derez, that's basically when you die. So the general themes of this game is like rebirth and reincarnation and things like that. So Rez essentially means life. One other thing about what we're doing right now, we are going through layers. This is our infiltration phase, so we are going deeper into the mainframe, hacker crime. And then once we get past the 10th layer, that's when we are going to go through a boss fight, which we will see pretty shortly because we're almost on layer 7.
Here we go. Getting
Yeah,
some health pickups.
There are a lot of vague shapes around. Basically, when we see that little core in the back that crime has shot, takes a few shots, that is what allows us to go deeper into further layers. So the idea is that we obviously don't want to take damage or anything, but we also want to hit those as soon as we see them, but also kind of balance because we also need health pickups as well, because that will allow us to evolve. We've got our first form right now. This is Wireframe Willy, correct?
Yeah, Wireframe Willy. Non-official name, not canon, but in our hearts, you know.
Hopefully we won't be sticking with Wireframe Willy too long.
Yeah.
There's somebody that I'm very excited to meet. and that's going to be our lower left screen there. So once we fill up that, that's when we're moving on.
Yeah, so those blue pickups that you see are what fill up that bar. You gotta get 8 to level up, and then just one hit levels you back down. So.
Right.
Yeah, so you definitely don't want to get hit at any cost.
The other pickups, the red ones, that fills our overdrive meter. Oh, Silver Angela.
Silver Angela!
Hi!
Missed
Oh my
you.
gosh.
Silver Angela, best girl.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So the red pickups are a little bit more rare. They fill that overdrive meter, which gets used often on bosses. It's basically just an auto fire. So it'll automatically lock onto and shoot various enemies. And looks like we've got Earth Giga, which is great. All of our bosses come in 3 different forms, Mega, Giga, and Terra. Mega is the lowest form and is the easiest. Terra is the highest and the most difficult. Giga is right in the middle. Generally aim for Giga. Oh, sorry. Which boss you get depends on how many objects you shot down during the infiltration layer. So if you shoot down everything, then you get Terra. 98% is Terra. 90 to 98% gets you Giga, which is, you know, you're shooting down more things, so it's a little less risky to get there. But the boss itself isn't too hard, so you can beat it relatively quickly. Mega is if you get under 90% of enemies through the initial level, you get a really easy version of the boss, which is good in its own way sometimes, but it means you're more likely to have taken hits on that first infiltration step.
So this is Earth. This is what Earth looks like.
Yeah, this is Earth.
Yeah.
Just as you remember it.
Yeah. In my other commentaries, I'm like so quick to make food observations, but I just ate before we did this. So I'm strongly inclined. I mean, this is what I would call a Cheeto Puff.
Yeah.
Solo is no longer food motivated.
I am no longer food motivated. I have been fed. So basically what we're doing is we're peeling back the shell, which are those little like orange panels, and then we're trying to hit the core, which are those little green targets on the inside. And then sometimes Earth will shoot out like a bunch of tentacles and attempt to hit you, as Earth does.
Just like real life.
Just
Yeah.
like in real life.
Hey, I got stung by a jellyfish for the first time like 3 weeks ago. Speaking of, you know, yeah. Anyway.
Okay. And how was that?
It wasn't terrible, but I like smacked a jellyfish when I was in the water, and like I was like, it felt like an electric shock, and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe a jellyfish stung me. It was really weird. Anyway, yeah, so that was just an aside, but I'm almost done with this boss. This is the final phase of it. It's firing off these like ninja stars at me.
Something that's kind of notable, I don't know if we even mentioned this during the calls run, but as you're going through this any percent route, obviously you saw at the beginning you can select any area, but if you go into area 1, then you move on to area 2, your health and everything stays with you. So as you build up to higher and higher forms, you can move on to area 2 with this higher form, but if you take damage, that carries forward.
I don't know if as we move in, actually, before I start, we're about to watch Angela run very fast, and I'm very excited. So hold on. Wow!
Whoa! There she goes!
But I don't remember if we mentioned this in the beginning. So there are technically 5 areas, but we're only going to go through the first 4. 5 is kind of like a rehash of everything that we've done. It's like a boss rush. So yeah, we're gonna see the first 4 areas. The first area, I don't know if you noticed, but it was definitely ancient Egyptian themed, and now we are in more of like an Indian architecture theme. We've got a new track. This is Protocol Rain by Mist. This game was a massive collaboration between different music composers, and the soundtrack is absolutely fantastic. And if you couldn't tell, because this does bear a strong resemblance to a previous game, a large portion of this team also made Panzer Dragoon. And we are essentially like, we're rinse and repeating for 4 stages. We're gonna go through those 10 infiltration levels, we're gonna fight the boss, and then we're gonna move on. There's just gonna be different types of enemies, different risks that we have to watch out for. This game is essentially just balancing between not taking damage yourself, getting rid of whatever enemies attacking you, and not doing too well, because then we would get that final difficulty level of the boss.
Yeah, you can't
not
be
ideal.
too good at it.
Yeah, you can't be too good. I love being perfectly average.
Yeah, 90% is my favorite average grade. We should probably mention Res Infinite is on sale right now.
Yes.
If you like picking it up, that is the PC port of this game. It is excellent. It's so much fun.
Stunningly beautiful.
Yeah.
It has a VR mode that is supposed to be very fun. My PC broke before I got to try it, which I'm very upset about, but looking forward to that when I can.
Yeah. Yeah, I love VR mode.
I'm just thinking about how crisp the remaster is. Like, it is so pretty. This has like its own charms because it is that, you know, that like PS1 or PS2, you know, aesthetic, the way that it's just like a little bit grainy and everything like that, but Infinite has its own appeal and that is just so beautiful. And while we're going through, do you have any messages for us?
I sure do. I just want to say we have hit our next milestone of 1,300. That came through a $35 dono from Terp with the message, I want to see the lost area. This game looks so cool. You're doing amazing, Crime. Also, happy birthday, Lasso. Love Terp with the heart emoji. Thank you, Terp. Big 35 dono, and we have hit our next milestone, 1,300, which includes our very own Crime hitting up a lost area in Res. It's a little bit, it's an area with slightly more chill music, and you get to see new enemies and level design. And you start off as a baby orb.
Yeah, we didn't even have to advertise the baby.
Yeah, I know.
I hope we're looking to see a baby.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Terp. You get us in baby orb mode.
Yeah. Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you, Terp.
I still think Silver Angela is the best, but the baby is a pretty close second.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that too, because we are so close to evolving into our next form, so we're almost gonna have to say bye to Angela soon, and I'm not ready.
Right now, actually.
No.
That's when I definitely don't start rooting for Crime to get hit.
Let me just see her one more time. So this is our next phase. We made the joke that this is like what chat moderators probably look like, with all these like screens in front of their face, sitting totally zen.
Yeah.
Okay, while we have a lull, I would like to say we are once again that we are here as part of the Twitch Unity Guild. The speed run was brought to you by a collective of all the current guilds, which include the Latin Guild, the Black Guild, Women's Guild, and added as of this year, the Pride Guild. Each of these guilds work individually and, as you see, collectively to provide support and uplift of creators and creator-driven events such as today's speed run and initiatives like that all year long. They work in a space where guild members can help celebrate each other's joys, help motivate each other through fails, losses, low times, and, help everybody amplify and share their authentic voices and experiences as being members of different marginalized groups. Each of these spaces are very welcoming, full of people that are like-minded and always willing to help. If they don't know an answer, they'll either help you find it or they might know somebody that do, and everybody is more than willing to help out and encourage you, boost you, uplift you to, you know, getting your content and your creative events and initiatives to where you would like it to be. And it's just generally some really good spaces to be in. If
Absolutely.
you think you might fit one of those spaces, you know, just keep your eyes on the Twitch, I keep wanting to say Instagram. I don't know why. Twitch is Twitter, because they will advertise whenever they reopen the applications. And like I say, the worst thing they could say is no. The best thing, you can join a community of really open, welcoming people and possibly make some new connections and new friends.
Absolutely,
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for everybody watching and everybody who's donated to raise money for PCRF so far.
Yes.
Really quick, just going back into the game, so we actually evolved past our chat mod form. We are in the final form for this mode of the game. We are Orb, achieved final form. We are also in the middle of a boss fight. This is Mars. So the first phase is like, it's a bloomin' onion. Which I'll never say no to, depending on how hungry I am. So they have those tentacles that you have to shoot, the ones that have the yellow tentacles at the end of them. And then we head into this phase where basically there's just a sequence of locks. We just have to target those yellow targets there, and then that will let us in deeper.
My favorite kind of lock is the kind with big yellow buttons on it that you need to push to unlock them.
Right. It's very secure. We're professional hackers, of course.
Yes.
Some of these tentacles are like really scary too because of the ones that just kind of pop up directly in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. We're also coming up to a section where there's like a lot of potential for RNG and bad placement of these branches here.
Yes.
We love neurons. Neurons that shoot things at you.
Yeah.
Neurons in my blood again?
It's more likely than you.
More likely. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Right in
Setting.
front of you.
Yeah, you can see
I
they
don't
shoot
like
out like
these.
little mines or something that can hit you, and when it's right next to you, it's spawn right on top of you. Or not.
Ooh, that was very lucky.
Yeah. I did notice as we entered this, we did get the Giga form again, which is what Crime was aiming for, so that's good. So,
Very
yeah,
ideal.
you know, working our way through the planets. Gotta blow each of them up. It's the goal of any game where you're the protagonist.
Yeah, yeah.
Loving this track as well. The other thing too, speaking of the music, so the music in this game is supposed to be reminiscent of the call and response that DJ sets generally have, where they add more layers to a music track as their set goes on. You know, we are kind of yapping over it, but if you play the game for yourself, you'll be able to tell the way that in the beginning of your infiltration phases, it starts with a very generic, you know, baseline, and then as you go deeper in your levels and into the boss fight, you will have like a more developed music track by the end of it.
Crime has successfully blown up Mars.
Yay!
Let's go.
Woo!
Way
Let's
to
planetary
go.
destruction.
We got another dono. It's anonymous. A nice $5 dono with the comment "Lonk funny, lonk good," which looks like it is a tip-off to our current bid war. We have Kelsey coming up soon with Legends of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and the bid war is for what the file name will be. So you have the options of Lonk, Bonk, PCRF, Zelda, and Unity. So it looks like our anonymous dono is going for Lonk.
A classic.
Excellent.
If anybody else would like to get a bid in on what the file name for our Legends of Zelda run should be, !donate will bring up the link in chat to our Tiltify page. where you can make your donation and put your bid in for what you would like the file name for the Legends of Zelda: A Link to the Past run to be. Again, we are doing the speed run this year to support PCRF. They are a primary humanitarian organization currently in Palestine, delivering crucial and life-saving medical relief and humanitarian aid where it is needed most. With your support, all of these donations from $1 to bajillion, however many dollars you guys can feel in the kindness of your heart to help in donating, we can help them continue this vital work, which is ensuring that the over 1 million children of Gaza receive the urgent care that they need and that they deserve.
Absolutely.
Such an important cause.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially like as you mentioned, Coco, where the weather is changing, so they definitely need all the help that they can get as the rainy seasons and the colder weather comes in. But yeah, with Rez, we are now in our next area. This is Mesopotamian inspired. The song that's currently playing is I stutter over it every time. Creation, The State of Art by Kenichi.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, thank you. Yay. We've got a bunch of different new enemies that we're targeting. My favorite, we've seen them a little bit now. There they are.
Shrimp.
Little shrimpies, or as Crime and I have now very affectionately referred to as Magatamas, because we are very big Ace Attorney fans.
Yes.
We also have fun little centipedes, some bats, just all sorts of funky creatures. They're not creatures, they're viruses, but you know.
Yeah, little guys.
Yeah, I think Rez is all about what I make of it, so.
Yeah.
It's a virus except a little guy, truly.
True.
Very true, yeah.
That's what I'm gonna think about next time I have horrible malware on my computer. Like, oh, they're just little guys.
They're little guys and you exterminate them with an antivirus. How does that make you feel?
Oh. Oh. So you're saying I should just let my computer just be completely bricked by malware? Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
That's something to think about. I was gonna say some silly little fun facts, but if you have anything, I'll gladly pass it to you.
I love a silly little fun fact.
So one thing I wanted to talk about is more inspiration when it comes to the music. There is so much information about this game and the love and care that went into it and the thought behind all the creative design. So during early production, before they had the music composers that made the final tracks for this, they actually used placeholder tracks, including ones by Fatboy Slim and Underworld, to test out the levels. Ken Ishii also reached out to a multiple number of Western composers, including Fatboy Slim, the Chemical Brothers, and Aphex Twin, but unfortunately they failed to reach an agreement about using their tracks. But I honestly kind of like this result better. I really like the music style that they went with.
Yeah, totally. It's really cool. It's really unique.
Creation.
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 Very unique music.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, and on to Venus.
Yes.
You gotta get through these cubes that can definitely hit you.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Really don't know what purpose they serve.
And Giga, nice.
Nice.
Alright.
It's one of my least favorite bosses in terms of having to fight it. It's really cool conceptually, but oh.
This one can be
It's
very
a rough
mean.
one.
Yeah.
That's one of the downsides of being on rails, is that sometimes some of these targets are just going to be directly in your face and there's not really much you can do about it. So right now these lasers, they're charging up, but then they do shoot out after a little bit. So the blue ones are going to shoot directly outwards, and then the red ones that you see kind of shoot out in two 45-degree angles. Hoping they are kind to you this round.
can use an overdrive if I need to. Oh, hold on, that was last second there.
Something really interesting about this game, and you kind of see it throughout the whole game, is a lot of the obstacles kind of act like positional obstacles, like you should be, you know, flying through them and dodging them, but that's just not a thing you can do because it's on rails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta just take care of them before they hit you. Which Crime is doing a great job of.
No, definitely.
Surprised.
This run has been so clean.
Yeah. Come on. You left behind here.
There you go. Next phase. With the enemies that I definitely know the name of now after that quiz on the Fatales run.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm here to help. So if you're seeing our lovely little enemies, these like little birds that are flying after us and chasing us are 3 different kinds. So you have the yellow ships, referred to as G-fish. They take 1 shot to take down. Then our purple ships, which you'll see in just a little bit, those are our B-fish. Those are the strongest. They take 8 hits to take down. And then the red ones are our fish, and those only take 2 hits. It's very easy to be like overwhelmed by these.
Yeah, they get
that
really
just
overwhelming
happened.
really fast.
They also like they don't kind of like hit you unless you look at them. So if you, like, I've noticed that. I feel like it's like a low, like you only stuff that's in your vision is loaded into the game. So like if you don't look at them, it's really weird. I think that might be a thing. Because I've noticed as soon as like I start looking back at them, they all like attack me at once.
Interesting.
This is the thing in Astrobot. I used to cheese the crap out of some of the levels. Anyway, back to this game.
Yeah. Using our overdrive. I say our form right now is a great reminder to stretch because I don't know if you saw those really nice little yoga poses that we were doing earlier. So this is your good unshrimp tech. Straighten out and get your stretches in.
I can't believe that wasn't the end. Are you serious here?
Oh, no!
Just the split.
There was one more hit.
Wow. Well, still got it. But
Still got it.
had to use an extra overdrive.
Yeah.
Annoying.
Alright. That is Venus destroyed. Destroying the inner solar system.
Yay!
Surely the next boss will be Mercury, because that is the last planet in the inner solar system.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. The next area has the best song title in the game. I don't know if it's the best track in the game, but it's definitely the best title. That is Rock is Sponge.
Rock is sponge.
Rock is sponge.
A fact about this one is that apparently they made multiple versions of Rock is Sponge, trying to figure out which one would be most ideal for the game. That's what Sega asked for. 5 or 6 different variations of the track.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. That's really
Yeah.
cool. That's a lot of work for a rhythm game.
Yeah,
Multiple tracks to fit a single level.
yeah. No, yeah, definitely like the attention to detail and like the love and inspiration that went into this game, like aesthetically and musically, is something that I feel like is very unique to us. And there's so much of that info out there. They were very open about what their creative process was.
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned this earlier, but the creator of this game actually went on to produce Tetris Effect. And you can feel there's a lot of similar sound effects, but the feeling that you get when you play the game is really, really similar. And then you just kind of like lose yourself into the game and kind of melt into the music.
Yeah.
It's a special thing for a game to be able to do.
Yeah, huge fan of Tetris Effect.
Yeah. Now that I've seen you play it, I like totally understand. And if you don't see the resemblance now, there's a lot of sound effects that you will see in the Lost area, which you so gratefully allow us to see. So thank you for that. But you will see a lot of the sound effects in that. We got Orb back.
Back to Orb.
Yeah.
Wub, wub.
Return to Orb. Big wub wubs.
Nice.
Prime, did you want to explain the advantages between like just charging up your shots and then doing rapid fire shots?
Sure, if there's something that you need to take down like really, really quickly, it's like immediate that you need to like get through a section for, you can rapid fire on it. But that's not always the best way to do things. Oh, this section is bad.
Oh no!
Lock in, it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So like these ones I'm trying to like fire, but each enemy has like different levels of needing to fire on them. So like some enemies go down with 2 hits, so you can just like lock on and hold for a second and lock on 2 and then release. And sometimes it's also faster to just like charge up to like 6 or 7, then go to max. It's dependent on the enemy and the cycle and kind of a lot of different things. And I'm still learning
Yeah.
a lot of them. Because there's like so much to memorize about like cycles in this game.
And you were talking about in some of the like offhand watching you play that the Japanese speedrunning community is doing a lot to kind of bridge the knowledge between Western runners and Japanese runners, right?
Yeah. So they have a lot of this. A lot of their notes are written just in Japanese about like all of the different levels, and they started like a document to translate it into English as well. When I mentioned I was like running it and I was like checking for resources and stuff, so I thought that was super cool. They have like Area 1 done basically. Yeah, it's really neat. It's been their Discord is linked on speedrun.com as well if you're interested in learning the game.
We love an active speedrunning community.
Yeah. I do love seeing like the cross-language barrier collaborative efforts of speedrunning communities team. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So we're also tackling these gates. We want to make sure that we take care of them before they shut right in front of our faces and do damage. We're also in a level inspired by Chinese architecture. This is also the final level. So we are just cruising through this. Not including our lost area, which we can see after.
Yeah. This game is harder than Prime makes it look.
Yeah.
Alright, Coco.
Yes. That part too, and then also, yeah, like the lost area is going to be its own independent thing after this run.
Yeah.
So.
Got it. In the meantime, I did want to update everybody on the current bid war. So far, it looks like for the Link to the Past file name, we've got Unity winning the lead currently. Zelda is close behind, and coming in third is Lonk. So if anybody wants to get their 2 cents in on what the file name should be, hit that exclamation point donate to get to the Tiltify link. Any donation is welcome, no matter how big, how small, and get your 2 cents in on what you think the file name should be for our Link to the Past run coming up.
I think Lonk is a great name.
Yeah, Lonk.
But also, let's go women, so I like Zelda.
Zelda just got a game, it's fine.
Never enough. So this is Uranus. We're kind of ramping up to it. This fight, I mean, like inconceivable in my eyes because I don't play this game, but incredibly difficult. So we've got these little purple squares that are threatening us at the moment. Eventually, this is going to turn into a man who's going to be chasing us once we get into the second phase.
Yeah, the first time I played through this game, I beat Uranus, but I got leveled all the way down to the very first form. It was a stressful experience.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And Prime is already halfway done. So.
Yeah, this fight is so intense, and then also, additionally, there's not much avoiding it. There are a couple hallways that you can take that might have pickups or just kind of give you a chance to breathe, but other than that, it is just straight. Just really high intensity, getting through this before Uranus takes you out.
So you'll notice some of these shots aren't doing damage to the actual health bar, and it's because to do damage to the health bar, you need to hit the little UFO that's in the middle of all of these blocks, but hitting the blocks deactivates them so they don't hit you. So it's a little bit of a balancing act.
Additionally, balancing act between you chasing Uranus and Uranus attempting to body slam you. Big old belly flop, it's gotta hurt. Do you think the orb is sharp? Do you think the aura around the orb is yeah, literally, I don't know if it's why this would be your method of attack, but whatever.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And time is coming up, and now.
Yay!
Let's go.
Great job, Crime.
Thank you. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Saved like, yeah. I like made up like 8 seconds on the end there. That end fight was actually really great.
Yeah. Definitely. No damage
Cool.
too. Clean.
Yeah. Super happy with that. But thanks to everyone's wonderful donations, we have the Lost area to play as well, so you get to see even more.
The baby.
Baby.
Baby. So this will be about 8 minutes. And there will be no. Oh wait, I'll go here first. There will be no boss fight at the end of this. And the enemies get a little bit more difficult near the end, though, to make up for it. Okay, so time will start for this once I get control of my character, and I will call time when it's done. So, try to give you the best countdown I can with loading screens. And 3, 2, 1... sorry, go.
Good countdown.
I try! One day!
Baby!
Baby!
I made this comparison last time, but this baby reminds me of, like, if you go to, like, I see them at gift shops a lot. You can probably honestly just find them online, like those little bargain bins where you can get, like, the little figures of, like, animals and stuff for, like, 10 cents, but then there's also just a lot of babies.
Yeah.
Love a little plastic baby.
Yeah.
My friend has a vending machine full of them. It's a sight to behold.
Yeah, sounds like it.
My favorite thing about the plastic baby comparison is the people you confuse because they don't know what the little plastic babies are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But
so
if
they
you
walk
know,
up
you
to it and
know.
they're like, what's this? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, this is giving me some GDQ inspiration.
I'm totally going to age myself, but the baby reminds me back in like the early 90s. I think it was when they were really just getting things done or off the ground with CGI, and they had this thing with this creepy little dancing baby.
Yes, yeah. Yes, the dancing baby.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
yeah.
this looks very much like
yes.
the dancing baby from that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, that little thing creeped me out so bad.
Yeah, same.
Everybody loves a CGI baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those have
totally.
never been creepy ever.
Yeah.
That, like, unlocked a memory of mine where, again, it's, like, bad CGI, but it was, like, I think it was, like, some sort of French, like, Euro music group. I think they were called Jakarta, and then they would do these music videos with, like, little baby personas. That's what I thought of. These little dancing baby personas. They were, like, I remember they were, like, really popular on YouTube in, like, the early days of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've seen some of them, but it was like along the same lines as the original, like the OG
exactly.
dancing baby, where it was just like, there's something I'm unsettled by this for some reason.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I like this CGI stuff.
Yeah. And, like, the Crazy Frog era where everybody's just making weird, like, personas for their music.
Oh God. Say somebody else remembers Dancing Baby. Okay.
Yeah.
No shame. I love a good dancing baby. And
We got
our
those
baby's
missiles in
doing
the
great.
last minute.
Yeah, who?
Good job.
Scary. Scary out here is baby in an orb.
Yeah, I remember that doing this when I was a baby. It was just like this actually.
Yeah, totally.
That memory's pretty fuzzy. I'm sorry. Sorry, I forgot it.
Yeah. No,
Seems
it's
like
alright. Yeah. Well, it wasn't fun, is the thing. It's a survival sky.
Oh man, that just triggered my ADHD. And now made me remember Twilight, the Twilight baby with the really creepy CGI face.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where they even tried to fix it like post-production for like the DVD and it was still no better.
I love it when a speedrun devolves into a conversation about CGI babies.
Yeah, it's relevant.
Yeah.
Learning some
No, I was
facts
a lie. I love it.
teaching
It's
everyone.
great.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? Why couldn't they they could have just made it a regular baby. Why did they not do that?
That is a question I don't think the fandom ever got an answer to.
You're gonna hire a baby. This seems like a whole bunch of work.
Paperwork? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if babies know how to sign documents yet. I think this baby would.
Yeah, I think this baby could sign documents.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
This baby's a
Baby
hacker.
has his own email.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a notary in my state too, so I could notarize this baby's documents if they wanted. We're getting down to the end of it. These gates are not kind.
No, they are not.
Alright.
Oh, rude. Okay.
Honestly, if I could like summarize this game in one sentence, it would be everything happens so much.
Yeah. Everything does kind of happen so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Last level. Last area.
Just say goodbye to baby, bye to Rez.
I will never say goodbye to baby.
Okay.
I love how chill this track is in comparison to like the other ones.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
Yeah, the other ones are very high energy.
Oh, that was so scary. Got it though. There we go, and that's time.
Kept the baby the whole
We
way.
kept the
That means-
I
baby.
know. Baby didn't need to take a nap. It was
Yay.
great. Didn't get cranky. We're doing great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like in layer like 2 or 3 with all of the like whalefish stuff. That's like it's usually like there's all those missiles that come out of nowhere that are just like awful.
Mhm.
But luckily we didn't manage to get snagged on that, so that's great. Perfect. Awesome. But that's Rez. It's such a great game. Seriously, you should check it out. It's really cool. And also if you're like, I don't want to like it seems difficult or whatever and you're concerned about that, you can also they just have like these modes where you can just like play through the level without worry of like losing lives and having to reset. So it's really, really great. Like I said, this game's out on PC. It's actually on sale right now on Steam. If you want to check it out, highly, highly recommend it. Huge thanks to UnitySpeedruns for having me on for 2 different runs. Thank you so much to everyone who donated during the event so far. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna go into a section here that has some music for the end here. Rock is sponge. And also thanks to my commentators. If you'd like to tell us where we can find you.
Leslie, you go
on the
first.
internet.
Oh, okay. I don't really do anything anywhere, but if theoretically you were to find me, it would be at Les Lotus. Twitter is leslotus_. Thank you, Crime, so much for having me back again. It's always so fun to do commentary with you as my good friend, and also just to vibe out to some music on Res.
All right, I am Sky, otherwise known as Cheesy Pie. I think you can see it on your screen. The spelling is very interesting. I'm Cheesy Pie on basically everything. If you ever run into a Cheesy Pie, it's probably me. I do Celeste speedrunning competition stuff, but I've been, getting involved with Fatals and stuff. So having Crime, you inviting me onto this was really fun. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you both so much for being on, and I also want to say, if you want to catch me, twitch.tv/MetroidCrime. I stream through the week, the afternoon into evening, so come catch me there. Speedrun a bunch of different stuff. I'm part of the Pride and Women's Guilds for the Twitch Unity Guilds, and those communities are both amazing. It's been awesome to be able to be a part of this event. And thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Coco, for hosting. It's been lovely.
Thank you. I enjoyed this very much.
Yeah, absolutely.